Did you know that in an average year, tornadoes kill about 60 people, mostly from flying debris or falling debris? Today I want to talk about how hurricanes, earthquakes, and tornadoes and the importance of understanding them. Hurricanes are also referred to as typhoons or cyclones, depending on where they occur. The scientific name for these storms are, however, tropical storms. Even though they have different names, they all still develop the same way. Just depending on where they're from, depends on the name really. If they form over the Atlantic or the Eastern Pacific Oceans, then they're usually called hurricanes. But they all start by the warm water or the warm air comes from the surface, like it lifts up, and it leaves a low air pressure near the surface, and then it just keeps pushing up. I got these facts from How Do Hurricanes Form on the NASA Space Place website. I also found out that the way that the land around the area is also can have an impact on the hurricane power level. Hurricanes tend to die down whenever they reach land because they don't have the warm air surrounding them and therefore giving them power to keep going. I got these facts from How Do Hurricanes Form from the NASA Space website also, and I got it from NOAA. Scientists study how hurricanes intensify over deep warm pools of Gulf water. Now I will talk about how earthquakes are measured on a magnitude scale. There are many scales, but the magnitude scale that they like to use these days are the moment magnitude scale. This is because it is wider varieties of earthquakes happen all across the world, and it can actually detect the biggest majority of them, unlike the Richter scale. It can only go up, the magnitudes, or the moment magnitude scale can go all the way up to a 10, but the Richter scale only goes up to a 4 or a 5. The way that it works is the measure of the amount of moment released from an earthquake, which is whenever the earthquake first starts, it's the amount of intensity that it starts out with. That's what they measure. I got these facts from How Are Earthquake Magnitudes Measured? The biggest earthquake recorded was in Valdivia, Chile. In 1960, it had a magnitude of 9.5. I got this fact from Kids Interesting Information About Earthquakes. Let's move on to tornadoes now. Tornadoes are dangerous and probably the most unpredictable of these because nobody really knows how they start. They have an idea of how they are, but they don't really know. The most recorded deaths at one time is 695. This happened on March 18, 1925 in the tri-state area of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. The strongest wind speeds ever recorded for a tornado was 302 miles per hour. This was recorded on May 3rd, 1999. And I got these facts from 10 Facts You Want to Know About Tornadoes on AccuWeather. Today I talked about how hurricanes use the warm air in the ocean to develop. I also talked about how earthquakes are measured on a magnitude scale. And lastly, I talked about how dangerous tornadoes can be using facts from websites. Storms are different, and I now hope you can understand a little better on how dangerous they really are. These are just a few facts of the storms I've talked about today, and I hope that you once get a chance to look at this stuff, and it's really interesting. So thank you, and have a great day.